France is wading into the conflict in the South China Sea. Here is what you need to know. Last month, the French Defense Ministry announced that a nuclear attack submarine had recently conducted a patrol in the South China Sea, along with a support ship to underscore freedom of navigation. Now, France is sending the Tonnerre amphibious assault helicopter carrier and the frigate Surcouf on a long-term deployment that will see them pass through the South China Sea twice. The South China Sea is strategically important because it is one of the world's busiest maritime regions. The South China Sea is also the center of numerous economic, island, and maritime disputes between China, Taiwan, Malaysia, Vietnam, Brunei, and the Philippines. Mission Jeanne d'Arc 2021 left its home port of Toulon on February 18, 2021. The annual Jeanne d'Arc missions are part of France's defense strategy in the Indo-Pacific. Captain Arnaud Tranchant, commanding officer of the Tonnerre, told Naval News the ships will work to strengthen France's partnership with the US, Japan, India, and Australia, the four Quad nations that form a bulwark against China in the region. The French military tweeted that the ships passed through the Suez Canal on February 25th and conducted exercises with the Egyptian Navy on March 3rd and March 4th. The amphibious Ready Group will hold France's first joint military drills with the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force and the US Navy in May. The exercise will be focused on defending remote islands. French Army units participating in the mission include infantry and legionnaires, an armored platoon, combat engineers, an anti-aircraft warfare section, and a joint terminal attack controller team. There are also two French Army Gazelle helicopters and a Panther helicopter. In addition to Egypt and Japan, both vessels will call at Djibouti, India, Indonesia, Vietnam, Singapore, Malaysia, and Sri Lanka. They will return to Toulon on Bastille Day, July 14, 2021. When asked by Naval News if they would pass through the Taiwan Strait, Tranchant, the Tonnerre's commanding officer, said he has not yet traced our roads in this area. France has 5 overseas territories in the South Pacific and 1.5 million French nationals live in the region. France also has 8,000 troops as well as ships and aircraft stationed in the region. Meanwhile, the UK plans to dispatch the new aircraft carrier HMS Queen Elizabeth to the Indo-Pacific by the end of this year. The UK's biggest ever warship, the aircraft carrier HMS Queen Elizabeth, is ready for war. CNN reports that the Royal Navy announced on January 4th that its carrier strike group, centered on its brand new carrier, HMS Queen Elizabeth, had achieved initial operating capability. This means that the 65,000-ton carrier, with its air assets and support units, is ready to deploy within 5 days of receiving orders to do so. Officials have said the carrier's first deployment would include Asia, on a route that would likely take it past China and Taiwan. The carrier is designed to carry up to 72 aircraft like the F-35 stealth fighter jet and various types of helicopters. In a force protection role, the helicopter force may consist of 9 Merlin HM-2 anti-submarine helicopters and 5 Merlin HM-2 crow's nest early warning helicopters. For shallow water operations, the helicopter force may consist of a mixture of transport and attack helicopters like the Chinook and Apache AH-1. For support, the carrier will have a submarine and 2 surface escorts, a frigate or anti-submarine warfare, and a destroyer for anti-air warfare. It will be supplied by a Tide-class fleet tanker and a dry stores supply ship. China flew an unusually large number of warplanes into Taiwanese airspace over the weekend in what can only be interpreted as an early test of US President Joe Biden. Here is what you need to know. China sent 15 military aircraft, including 12 fighter jets, into Taiwan's Air Defense Identification Zone on Sunday, January 24th, according to the country's defense ministry. The incursions came a day after China sent 8 nuclear-capable bombers and 4 fighter jets into the same airspace. Citing the defense ministry, Taiwan Central News Agency reports that the aircraft flew between the southern part of Taiwan and the Taiwan-controlled Pratas Islands in the South China Sea, but did not cross the median line. The Chinese aircraft involved were 2 Y-8 anti-submarine aircraft, 2 Su-30s, 4 J-10s, 4 J-16s, and another pair of J-10 fighter jets, as well as 1 Y-8 reconnaissance plane. CNA reports that the Taiwanese military scrambled fighter jets, broadcast radio warnings, and deployed air defense missile systems to track the 15 planes. The incursions came a day after a U.S. aircraft carrier group led by the USS Theodore Roosevelt entered the South China Sea to promote freedom of the seas, according to Reuters, citing a statement released Sunday by the U.S. military. Accompanying the Theodore Roosevelt are the Ticonderoga-class guided missile cruiser USS Bunker Hill and the Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyers USS Russell and USS John Finn. The U.S. regularly conducts freedom of navigation operations in the South China Sea, where there are numerous overlapping island and maritime claims by China, Taiwan, Malaysia, Vietnam, Brunei, and the Philippines. The South China Sea is strategically important because it is one of the world's busiest maritime regions. The incursions are no doubt a test for new U.S. President Joe Biden, coming just days after his inauguration. Taiwan's de facto ambassador to Washington, Xiaobi Kim, was an invited guest at Biden's inauguration.
For more news animations and explainers, hit the subscribe and bell button to join the TomoNews family. Thanks for watching.